up, guys? This is yours truly, Empress Z.H.E. Wormington, aka All That Chess, aka Lupus Slayer. I got my tilted a little bit, but then again, I don't even care. I can turn it around. I don't have too much stuff on my bed. I have a pair of sunglasses on my bed, but anywho, I wanted to talk to you all about the systematic, as we already know, we have systemic and systematic racial injustices, hypocrisy in this country. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because it just really, excuse me, floors me how these networks would play Trump anti-racist rants, his discriminatory rants, you know, and they have no problem with it. They don't ask him to recant. They don't threaten to not show him on their networks anymore, or that he cannot be featured on his networks anymore, on their networks anymore, if he continue to speak racially and disparately and degrade, handicap people, women, talk about people's religions and spiritualities and belief. They don't belittle him for that, but they want to make Nick Cannon feel guilty for speaking what he feels is truth. And I'm just going to give this example, and you guys take it however you like it, but this is realistically. Imagine you see someone robbing the bank, right? And they're armed, and you call the cops. What is the very first thing usually the cop asks you outside of where's your location? When you tell them, if you say, I'm calling because I just see somebody rob the bank, what is their next question? Or what is their first question to you? Is it a male or a female? What is the person's race? Is it a white male, or, you know, this is the thing. These are the three categories they always give you. Is it a black male, black person, a white person, or Hispanic? Those are the three things they will always ask first. Those, for some reason, it never be no other. It could be no Indian or, you know, no Asian. It's always a black, white, or Hispanic. Right? So if it's a white man, what would you say? It's a white man. What is he's wearing? You tell the dispatcher what the person is wearing. This bank robber is wearing. Now, if you speak that truth, why would you then be condemned for speaking that truth? Why would you then be told by the dispatcher, oh, you're going to jail because you told the truth, or because you spoke facts about things? And the reason why I'm saying this is because we got to understand that these laws that have been made in this country, in this United States of America, were not made by Indians. It wasn't made by Hindus. It wasn't made by melanin people. These rules and laws that have been made in this United States of America has been made by Westernizers, mostly who were immigrants here in the United States illegally. Yet they were allowed to stay, but they want to run out Hispanics, talking about they're here illegally when they were actually in North America legally. They were already here in North America. How are they illegal when they were already here in North America? You know, so they didn't catch no ship or no boats to get here. They didn't have to fly no jet going 10 plus hours to get here. All they had to do was go a couple of 100 miles, some even 50 miles, and they're still in North America. But I just want to show you all how the media and how these companies, I want you all to pay attention to these networks, how they try to keep us silent. Okay, they get upset at Nick for what he said, mainly because he specified. That's what it really was, is because of not just that he specified, but who he specified. the group of people that he specified. Had it been something he said disparately against us, they wouldn't cancel his show. They wouldn't threaten to, cancel his contract in his show. They wouldn't even wanted an apology or anything. But this is this systemic and systematic oppression and racism that is in this nation. Because us as melanin people, we don't own these major networks like that. The only major melanin-owned networks really is the OWN network and BET to a degree. Because even BET be acting like they're controlled. You know what I mean, son? But we have to stop apologizing for speaking truths. Now, what me will say, I don't want to put like religion or a person's denomination into this, because guess what? It doesn't matter what the person's denomination is if they are still of a particular race or nationality or group of person or people that cause oppression. Just call it what it is. And if you look at this country and the laws and the rules that have been made in this country, they have not been established by us. We didn't establish the Constitution. We didn't establish these different laws and bylaws and, paralaws and all these contradictory laws. We didn't do that. So what did he lie about? And this is the hypocrisy, and this is the thing that they constantly make us do. They make us apologize for speaking truth. They try to make us apologize for calling their asses out on their racism and on their BS. Because realistically, let the truth be told, white people were the ones who created these racist laws in America. They were the ones, the immigrants, white, however they want to call it, European, Westernizers, Caucasians, I don't care. They were the ones who created the laws. They were the ones that created slavery laws and had it where, the slave trade and they the one that created these laws. So why is Nick apologizing for speaking truth? When Trump get on national TV, every chance he gets, Twitter, wherever he gets a platform, and he constantly race bash people, he constantly sex bash women, he constantly bash handicapped people, disabled people, he bashed people, period, poor people, he bashed people who are Catholic, bashed people who are Jews, he bashed anybody, it doesn't matter. This man said whatever he wants to say, but none of these networks are making threats to him. Oh, well, you can't come on our network anymore if you're going to keep talking like that. You're not going to be allowed. You're barred from our network. They don't say that to him. And it doesn't matter if he's the president of the United States. See the difference in this country? They can still bar him from those networks if they want to. Even though they're federally regulated, they can still bar him from their networks. But they're not going to do that. But somebody like Nick Cannon, they feel that they have power and authority and control over him, that he need them because, again, we don't own these major networks. We don't own NBC. We don't own Fox. We don't own CBS. Hey, Anui, how are you, bruh? See you cooking up that food, man. I need to get some lemonade. You gonna ship me some lemonade? Ship me some lemonade. I want some lemonade. I see you some money through Cash App or PayPal. But yeah, they don't, bar him and ban him, but they ban Nick because, again, we don't own these major networks. We don't own none of these major television stations. You think about this whole nation and all of these major networks on these cable, satellite, antenna, analog television networks. We don't hardly own any of them. We own maybe not even 1% of any of those networks, or any network actually, on any of these major platforms of television, telecommunications. So it's like they know that they have the upper hand. So they're like, Nick, you sit your black ass down and you shut the hell up and you don't say shit about what's going on in this nation. How dare you call out the truth? How dare you speak the truth about something that is realistic? The only thing I will say is I take away from, I don't, as far as the religions part, the Hebrew or whatever he said, no. That part, yeah, that should have been left out. But that other part, he didn't lie. He didn't lie about it. You look at just by every rule, every law there is in America, you're going to see a white person's name that made that law, a European westernizer name that made that law, or some Middle Eastern person who made that law. Not too many of them, but you know, a Greek person, somebody who Greek. You don't find, you're not going to see where a Nigerian or a Guyanian or a Zuluian, you know, created any of these laws that are in America oppressing people. So what did he lie about? But that just goes to show you, and I really hope people really pay. I mean, you got to look at it deeper than the fact that he just apologized. It's much deeper than the fact that he apologized. It's the fact that they put him, they have fixed the system. They have fixed this economy. And they have fixed our economical flow, where if we as melanin people want anything, some way, somehow, we're going to have to still bypass or go through them some kind of way. That's the way it's always been designed. That's why they have the projects. Those project buildings that people are living in, find out who the owners are. You're finding out there's people from Israel that owns them. You got people in the Middle East that owns them, in Arabia that owns them, people in France and in Great Britain that owns these buildings. Why are these people owning project buildings? So it's like they want to cripple us in every capacity possible. That's why for me it is so imperative that we support each other's businesses. I don't care if you don't really necessarily use that product or necessarily need that services. Find some kind of way to support melanin-owned businesses. And I cannot express this enough. We are nowhere near equality. We're still nowhere near it. The cops that killed Breonna are out still. The cops that killed George Floyd are out still. That killed Antoine is still out. Trayvon Zimmerman still out. You think about all of this stuff, you know, and I mean, the list goes on. There's so many people, you know, Tamir Rice, all of these people that was unmercifully and wrongfully killed and murdered by cops, white, racist ass cops, because they came to find out majority of them, when they finally went through their social networks, they said they have this anti-racism stuff, and they got these Nazis this and doing all of this hell Nazi stuff and KKK, white supremacy Nazi stuff, neo-Nazi, and they're on the police force. So what do you do when you have racist cops on the police department and you have racist chiefs over these police departments? You have racist governors, racist attorney generals, racist judges in the courts. Like, must I go on? So they know that it's a lot for us to overcome and a lot for us to bulldozer through to get any type of equality in any facet. We still do not have it. Some people are like, what you mean we don't have it? We can go as we please. It's da 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 da. But guess what? If a racist white cop decide they want to mess with you, they will. And it's a good possibility they'll get off. Don't let what happened in Atlanta with the white cop who got arrested for shooting Rashad in the back and killed him. Don't let it, and then stepped on, and then he was stepping on, he had his foot on his shoulder. He did not even render aid to him. He had his foot on his shoulder. See, this is the whole thing that they don't tell. They're not showing all of this on the news. That's why I keep trying to tell you all. You guys got to... They have the cop that shot him put his foot. And that's another thing. I don't know what it is with these cops. They like to put their damn foot and feet on us. That's a problem. You know, that's also a part of slavery mentality. Racism, because that's what they did. They used to step on our ancestors all the time, step on their necks, step on their backs, you know, step on their heads, just treat us very inhumane. And they still doing this shit. So Nick Cannon did not do anything wrong, but spoke the truth. But because these networks know that they control his paper, and he know he still have children he got to take care of. He have his, you know, child support he still have to pay. Probably even spousal support. Because Mariah still run his ass. She still running. You notice he ain't really trying to really hook up and marry nobody else. He might dip that every now and again. But you notice he being very loyal to her. Because she got his ass by the balls. And he knows that all she got to do is take him to court. And she can ruin him. He knows this. So he's trapped. So he now had to apologize for speaking the truth. He's apologizing for speaking the truth. Hi, Shatima. Thanks for watching, darling. And it's really sad that we find ourselves in these compromising positions where if we don't speak up, we doom. If we do speak up, we doom. It's like, damn if we do, damn if we don't, right? But I would rather speak the truth and deal with whatever consequences they want to come than to ignore it or act like it doesn't exist and not say anything about it, because silence is also a contributor to the problem. So I just wanted you all, I just wanted to bring this out, you know, up and you guys give me your opinion about this, because, you know, all of these major networks are not controlled. They're not controlled by us. Just because some of us may be employed there, may be directors on the board and all of that stuff, we don't own those networks. We don't own a lot of these shows that's on these networks, even shows that are predominantly melanin cast, like Friends. Just for you all who didn't, I mean not Friends, but Living Single. You know, the one that played is Kyle Barker. He, you know, he's a community activist, and he just, you know, gets racism. He's activism. And because he would not allow them to treat them any kind of way and try to make them a stereotype topic, typical melanin people that you often see on TV, broke, uneducated, on welfare, woman knocked up, pregnant. Like, he wasn't fit to go for that. So, don't you know? And now I'm understanding why I never liked that show Friends. I never liked the show Friends. I mean, Phoebe, she was funny, but, you know, just based on the commercial stuff, but I was never a fan of the show Friends. Don't you know those same writers and directors who wrote the scripting for Living Single counseled that show and put Friends in there, and every single thing that they were asking from that network and from the writers of Living Single, they gave that and then some to the cast of Friends. They had separate dressing rooms. They had nice dressing rooms. Their dressing room was spacious. They were clean. Makeup artists. They had everything. Green room, you know, brunch, real nice brunches. They had it made. But they didn't want to do that for a cast of melanin people. Did you all know that? I bet you all did. Some of y'all probably didn't even know that, did you? But that's what I'm saying. Like, these networks, they're dirty as hell. That's why I rarely watch TV. I am not going to support their ratings when they don't support us. Because that network should have never asked Nick to recant and or apologize for speaking the truth. Show me laws that we wrote. Show me any constitutional law that we wrote. Show me any amendments that we wrote. Show me any of these bills that we wrote. Show me anything like that. You know, just because George Henson, and I hate when people keep arguing, trying to argue with me about this. I'm like, look, go to the damn Library of Congress.gov and you will see it for yourself. They do not have John Henson listed as a president over a colony. They do not have him listed as a president of a colony, because during that time, that transitioning, the United States had became United States. And you guys have to also remember they had a melanin woman originally as the Statue of Liberty, that they got the idea from a statue, an ancient statue in Kemetic Africa, before, you know, Africa became Africa, you know, was Kemet. There was a symbol of an ancient goddess of freedom. That's where they got that symbol from, because they looked at America as freedom and they wanted to use a melanin woman as a representation for that. But of course, the racist asses, they didn't want to go for that. So that's why the Statue of Liberty is what she is now. You know, a white or European woman. But originally she was supposed to be a melanin woman. So I'm saying this is that, you know, that in the Library of Congress, they list John Henson as the first president, not of North American colony, but of the United States of America. And I hate when people try to argue with me about that, and then they don't even go and research the information them damn self. Go to libraryofcongress.gov, LOC.gov. It's in there. Type it in, John Henson. Now you're gonna have, you know what's crazy about it though? When you type in his name, you'll have all these the French, the European John Henson. He'll pop up first. He'll come up first. Hey, hi, gorgeous. How are you? Oh, thank you. You too, as always, having me cracking up laughing. Oh, you watch both shows, Shatima? I hated Friends. I couldn't, for some reason, I just couldn't vibe with Friends. But I did, I love myself some Living Single. And it wasn't because Friends was the cast, it was just not interesting to me. Yeah, I just wasn't entertained. You know, Seinfeld, I actually kind of like that. They crazy. You know, they're sarcastic, and I liked Big Bang Theory. I like that show. but yeah, so all of these laws and rules and regulations that have been made in this country were not made by melanin people, not even the first melanin president of the United States, not the colony, as a lot of people want to argue. I don't argue with people when I know the truth. And what's so sad about it is, like, me will post links. When I say stuff, a lot of times when I say things like this, me, I'll actually post the actual link, so that when somebody click on that link, it'll take them directly to it. They can read it for themselves. You know, so I had a lot of people still want to argue with me about that. I'm like, why the hell you still argue with me about it? Shit, it's in your face. Now what are you upset because now you see that I was telling the truth? Now you upset because I was telling the truth. You was upset because you thought I was telling a lie and just saying just talking at the side of my neck or something. Now you upset because I told you the truth and you got proof that it's the truth and you still pissed off. Like, damn. Like, whatever. I don't argue with people who just don't want to see reality when it's right in their face. Oh well, you can't please everybody. But Nick Cannon, he love you too, Melanie, my little sis. I got some beautiful little sisters out here. I got a lot of my sisters. Y'all are absolutely beautiful. We need to do a group picture or something on Facebook or something. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we'll work it out. But yeah, so you know, it just really, it's kind of like Nick Cannon's back was up against the wall because that's why, like, for me, I like to live comfortable. I don't have to be over the top with stuff. I keep trying to tell, I've learned this, I'm still learning, and I'm still learning because, you know, we still learn and we still grow. But I promise you, the more me blessed to live, the more me seeing and learning things. That was created to put you in bondage and make you even more oppressed, and to keep you in bondage to the systemic and the systematic racist systems. Stop falling for that shit. If you know you only make $20,000-$30,000 a year, don't go get you a $20,000-$30,000 damn car. Don't even get a car that's $15,000. Get a car that you can pay out within 2 years. I don't care if it's not necessarily what you want. Guess what? You can always upgrade. Drive that car for 2 years. Get the title to that bad boy. Own it. Be a car owner. Go to an auction. Save up that money. All that money you spending and you thinking about the interest rate. Just as a matter of fact, just calculate the interest rate and you will see with the interest rate, you sit up here and literally just gave away $5,000 freaking dollars. That you could have just, if you have money to spend on an expensive car note like that every month, and then you got to pay the insurance, you got to put gas in your car, you got to get the oil change and stuff. Some car dealerships now, depending on, you know, the make and model of the car, you get free oil change as long as you have the car and stuff, what you call alignments. Some car dealerships are doing those kind of deals, but those usually are really expensive cars. But I'm just saying, you don't have to put yourself in debt. Stop being oppressed. That's why for me, even though I don't have debt, my credit score was still affected. It was affected because I did not finance anything. And so for them, they want you to be in debt. They punish you when you're not in debt, and then they punish you if you are in debt. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. We didn't make these rules. Show me where any melanated person made the rule about credit. If you look it up, how credit got started and everything, it was not us, it was a European man. I think it was a European, or maybe I think it was a French guy. I forgot his name. Some little fat pot belly guy. He the one started this credit system and interest rate system and all of this stuff. We didn't start it. So all I'm saying is, we have been forced in the mix of these things and not having any say-so and no participation in creating any of this hypocrisy and all of this fuckery. But yet it's still, we're the ones that can't say nothing about it, because if we do, we can mess up our own livelihood, or we can affect our economics, or we can mess up our financial situation. And that's what they wanted, because money, as they say, money controls the world. They want to keep you hush. They don't want you to say nothing. It's not too many people who's willing to come out their comfort zone, especially when they've been exposed to that kind of lifestyle like Nick. Let me tell you, me personally have never been a multi-millionaire, but I have lived the lifestyle of a multi-millionaire before. But I'm so glad. I thought it would be hard for me to disconnect myself from that psychologically. I wasn't even attached when I was in it because I walked away. And only thing that I took with me is what I brought there. And that was the clothes on my back and in my little bag that I still had packed. Because I didn't even need to unpack any of my things, because when I moved in, everything was already ready and set for me. New wardrobe, new everything. So my bag was just in the back of the closet. Big walk-in closet was in a little spot towards the front of the closet, tucked away in the back, behind all these new clothes and wardrobe that he done bought me and stuff. And I walked away from all that shit. Him too. Left the Maserati, left the $30,000 diamond necklace, everything. And gave him the middle finger, because my freedom for me is more precious. But not everybody can do that. And then some people can't afford to do it because they have created all this debt, or they done got these multi-million-dollar homes and they got to pay for it. And they got to pay for security, a good expensive security system to guard their home. So they can't afford to drop the ball on nothing. And Nick is one of them. He got twins. He have children he got to take care of. He have an ex-wife he still have to take care of. So he cannot drop the ball. So they literally had him by the balls. And he had no choice but to apologize for speaking truth. For speaking the truth. But this is the hypocrisy in this nation. And I really just need melanin people to wake the hell up. Support each other, please. My gosh, like, what else is it going to damn take? What else is it going to take? You got, and what really just floors me a lot of times is, and I know we all see this, and I'm just using this as an example because it is something that we can all relate to, because we all see it. You'll have 12 churches on the same damn block, or within a 3-mile radius of each other. All of them's just about the size of a damn matchbox. But because everybody want to be a freaking leader, everybody want to wear a damn title of pastor. Oh, I'm a pastor of the congregation of Eli Methodist Church. Everybody want to be a damn fucking leader and don't even know how to lead. Because one thing about a real leader would look and be like, dang, okay, we got 12 churches right here. Let me go and talk to these other ministers. Let's see what we can work out to band together, put our congregation together so we can become one strong unit and buy this community and help the community, especially predominantly melanin communities. But they don't want to do that because everybody want to be a damn leader. It's a lot of responsibility with leadership, honey. And I'm going to tell you, I be trying my best. I be trying to run from leadership. People be chasing me. That's why I'm running. I'm preparing myself to run for a senator seat in the state of Georgia. I've been preparing. I've been working, studying. Because hopefully maybe next year or the year in 2021 or 2022, maybe I'll be able to land a senator seat in the state of Georgia if I'm still in the state of Georgia. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people want to lead. Nobody wants to damn work together. Why do you have 12 churches in less than 3-mile radius of each other? Are you kidding me? That just shows where people's real intentions are. You're not for souls. You're about money. M-O-N-E-Y. It's not about souls. It's not about people's spirituality. You don't care about people's spirituality. You use that as a front. Because if you really care about people's spirituality, then you would know that there's strength in numbers. And where there's unity, there's strength. So you will unite with those other 11 churches, or try to at least. And if they have sense, they will want to unite and come together. Y'all come to the meetings and around whoever is the more qualified and more and much better to lead and be over the actual congregation, mind, body, spirit, soul, educationally, financially, economically. Because you can't lead me. They talk about minister and talk about God bless and stuff like that, and you don't have your stuff straightened out. No, you got to, if you're going to be leading like that, you need to have your life in order. You can't be all sloppy and half-assing and try to lead people. You can't do that. And especially when you're dealing with people's spirit, because you're still in a vulnerable state. And all it could take is just one thing to make you flip. And I'm not, even though we don't supposed to look at man, the person or whatever, all I'm saying, I'm just using this as an example of how melanin people don't work together. And that's why we still going through this bull crap. Damn, I mean, how much longer? Over 400 years and we still dealing with this same bull crap. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they don't have license to enslave us anymore, but guess what? They can make a law. They can initiate it, because every 25 years they actually vote for us to continue to have in legislation. Did you all know that they still vote in Congress for us to have the right to continue to vote? Did you all know that? So what the hell did he lie about? It's no difference. You get a description to the cop or somebody who's robbing someone or who's beating on someone, and you give them, they ask for their how tall, the race, what they wearing. Give a description of the person. So Nick just gave a description of the people who've been making these damn laws, and he didn't lie about it. So why everybody mad at him? Why the network mad at him? But they're not mad at Trump. They're not mad at Trump. Trump said he could grab women by the pussy. He said he could grab us by our punani's. And nobody can stop him. He said that on national TV. You don't see no network stopping him. They're not barring him. He said that he mocking handicapped people and talking about people who are Jews and Catholics. They didn't block him for that. His like anti-racism rants and stuff, they didn't block him or barred him from the network for that, did they? But they want to do that for Nick because they feel like they have power over him. And they have control over him. Because he's giving them that kind of power, control over him. He's giving them that power and that control because of the lifestyle that he has. And then he has lupus, which is expensive to treat. I get lupus infusions out of pocket after insurance. An infusion for me is still $692 without paying this $2,000 something just for one infusion. So they're expensive. And when you have it really bad, you have to get infusions on a regular basis. So that can add up to like $10,000 in a month just for infusions for lupus. So all I'm saying is we got to really pay attention to what's going on and learn to work together. Like damn, like I just partnered with a company called Throwback Entertainment, Music Entertainment Networks. We both in entertainment. We both in network. We're both small independent owned businesses. We partnering together to build each other up. Melanin people don't like to partner. Everybody want to damn be a leader. You still your business. You run your business. And I run mine. The thing is we collab together on projects. That's what we do. But I mean, I'm really just upset and disgusted because we should not still be going through this bull crap. We should be working together by now. We should be building each other up by now. Nobody should never, ever have to again create another video asking and pleading with melanin people to work together, to support each other. Because I'm going to tell you, right up the street from where I'm at, I live in a very diversified community, and I love that. I love the fact that I'm like literally around pretty much all nationality and groups of people. And I'm around Hispanics, Latinas, Spaniards, Hindus, Muslims, Jews, Catholics of different nationalities, different Asian nationalities, different African nationalities, different Middle Eastern nationalities. I live in a mixture where it's a mixture of people. white people, you know, Caribbean people. I mean, a mix. But this is something I will tell you about being in this mix that I've seen. I see it every day. They always go to their own business, own people's businesses and support them. You're not going to rarely see them in no McDonald's. You're not going to hardly see them at no Pizza Hut or no Burger King or no other restaurants. They go to their own restaurants. There's an Ethiopian restaurant. Ethiopians go and they support. But you don't see them going to no soul food restaurants out here that's owned by melanin people. I don't see them going to the Caribbean restaurant that's down the street from them, supporting them. I don't see them doing that because they support their own. Same with the Caribbeans. They go to the Caribbean restaurants. They're not at the Ethiopian restaurants. Not too many of them. The African restaurants, the African restaurant, Nigerian owned, she's Nigerian restaurant, not too far from here. I can literally walk there. It's pretty much across the street. You see Africans there, Nigerians there, Ghanaians there. They support their own. They build each other up. They build their own up. Us though, we go to McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. Look at the soul food restaurant that's black, melanin on it, operated. Roll our eyes, oh, they too high. But we go and spend $30, $40 on some damn pizza and breadsticks. But won't buy a fresh cooked meal from this melanin-owned soul food restaurant. Or to the Caribbean restaurant. To the Ethiopian restaurant. To the African restaurants. All I'm saying is the mentality is just really sickening. It's sad because we spend too much money on companies that don't care about us because we don't have to. We don't have to spend our money there. It's a choice. We do not have to spend our money there. But many choose to spend their money there because they're brainwashed, Stockholm Syndrome, they psychologically trained. Sorry. They're psychologically trained. And there is psychological and mental bondage. So for them, it's no problem. There's a boutique that I found. A young lady, she makes stuff. She makes earrings. She makes stuff. I found out about her. Her business ended up closing down. Because melanin people would not go and support her business. They go to the other businesses around hers. The same businesses, they don't even do school drive, back to school drives. They don't feed the homeless. I actually got citations out here for feeding the homeless. I was threatened that if I would feed them, if they catch me feeding the homeless people again, that I was going to get arrested. So what I'm saying is this systemic and systematic oppression that we're in still is because we're allowing ourselves to stay in it because we won't support each other. I kid you not, July 7th, supposed to be a day, supposed to be blackout day, where you only spend your money at melanin-owned businesses. Do you think that happened? No. Nope. So, all I'm saying in a nutshell is Nick had to recant. People mad at him for doing that. But they're failing to realize his back was against the wall. And that's how they want it. They want us to be enslaved in every way possible, even where our freedom of speech is really a cost to our freedom of speech. But the white person can say whatever they want to say. A racist, not a racist white person, not any white people, because all of them are not racist. And I know a lot of people get mad. I've had a lot of people get mad at me and say it's just an all white people race. No, they're not. Not all of them are not racist. They're not. I know a lot of really good-hearted ones. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you all another story. Sure hell is. Y'all go listen too, doggone it. But this is true. My sister, stepsister, god sister, whatever you want to call it, she's white. Her and I was in school. We used to have to fight. Almost fight all the time. Because people used to call her an Ian lover. Oh, you're an Ian lover. You're a Nick lover. All because she didn't want to deny me as her family. And her friend. So, they would call her the N-word. And then they would say, oh, you think you black? Oh, you want to be black? We'll make you black. You know, they used to make threats to her. Threaten to harm her. We go to the malls. We get taunted. And most of the people who was doing the taunting were white males. White males. Bullies. Cowards. Because you sitting up here trying to pick on two females. And it's a group of y'all. And y'all would think y'all going to just pull it. But what I did, I used to get my stepdad's gun. And I told her, I said, when we go to the mall this time, I got something for her. She said, what you got? I just showed her a knife because I always kept a knife on me. She was like, you always have a knife on you. I said, oh, don't worry. So we went to the mall and these groups of white males was there and they started. We were not bothering them. We walking past. We walked on the opposite side so we wouldn't even have to cross in front of them or directly in front of them. They decided they wanted to try to follow us. So I turned around and I pulled out my knife. I already knew I had my gun, but I wanted to pull out the knife. And yes, the gun was loaded. I pulled out my knife. Showed it to them. And they started laughing. And he tells me, oh, you can't stop something. You think you're going to be able to stab all of us? I tells me, it's 5 of us, just 2 of y'all. What y'all going to do? And I told them, I said, like I said, you better walk away. Because if you keep telling to follow, I said, your life is going to be in danger and you might be taken out of here in a body bag. They're laughing. They thinking it's funny. And they still taunting my sister, calling her in lover. You in lover. You think you black or you want to be black or you like black men. You want black dick and all this stuff just antagonizing her. So, since they decided it would have been okay had not one of them harmed his cup, he threw his drink at us. Like, that's some real gay shit. Like, punk. Excuse me for even saying gay, because gay people are strong as hell and they will fight you in a heartbeat. But that's some punk, weak, cowardly shit. You're going to throw a cup, a drink at females who's not even bothering you, paying you no attention. So I just turned around. And when I turned around, all they saw was a gun. You should have seen how fast they were trying to get up out of there. But the thing about it is, the ice was on the floor, and some of the ice, because the way he threw it, some of the ice fell. So it got up under his foot. And he slid. And it's funny because that happened in a different situation a few years ago with somebody acting stupid, some female acting stupid in the mall, so-called herself trying to swing on somebody and tripped and slid on her own ice and bust her own ass. But needless to say, we didn't have any more problems like that because I contacted mall security. I let them know what's going on and I told them what happened and everything. I said, you read the camera. They saw the camera and everything, so they banned the guys from being there. They couldn't be on the property at all, not the parking lot or anything. So I'm just saying that that's why I said not all white people are racist. But the bottom line is, we did not create these laws. And we will continue to be subjected and continue to be in a position where we have to rely on enemies as long as we're not supporting each other. As long as we are not supporting each other's businesses, embracing each other. You know, I get all of my cosmetics. I don't wear foundation. A lot of people be shocked, but I don't wear foundation at all. My face, I get this little, y'all know the little sponge Hi, Marcel Jones, D. Jones. When you gonna sing for me? I gotta do an interview. We gotta do our interview, man, so people can hear you sing. Ooh, your voice is gorgeous. Lord. Ow! Toes curling, everything. I'm glad I don't have them claw toenails because I have curling my toes like that. Them nails will go right up in my foot. That'll be a situation. Then I get my foot amputated or something. I don't know. But I just used the little sponge thing and wipe all the excess oil. Like now I have oil, so if I had, it's in the bathroom, or in my bag actually, I just wipe the excess oil. And so it make it look like I have foundation on when I don't. I just wear like eyeshadow, blush, lipstick. I get my cosmetic from melanin-owned businesses. And we just have to learn to support each other and stop trying to find excuses and reasons not to support each other. And stop acting like we don't understand the struggles that we have, that our inventories may not be as vast and as big and as broad as non-melanin people, particularly Asians, whites, like Chinese. When I say Asian, mostly Chinese, Koreans, because they have the beauty supply stuff and everything. We may not have that access right now, but we could get it if we support each other and we band together. What about if there's 3 people who want to have their own beauty supply stores? If you in the same area, why don't y'all band together and be co-owners of the stores? Split profit, 30%, 33%, 33%, 33%, and just use the 1%. Save that and let interest, accrue on it. Invest it. When it's after you save us so much, just keep reinvesting. Use it to buy more supplies and stuff. I just don't understand. I don't know what it's going to take. I just don't know what it's going to take. Wrongful killing and murdering of us, it's not getting the message. Us having inequality, it's not good enough. Being turned down for homes that we know we should be qualified for, when there's people who don't even have credit and they come over here from other countries that are non-melanin and they get homes with no problem. Charge us higher interest rates and stuff. I just don't understand. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take. I mean, God forbid, go back. That would never happen, though. If they ever try to put us back in slavery, Trump even said that too. You know that, right? That man actually said that. No, none of those networks blocked him, though. None of those networks blocked him. But they want to block Nick for speaking the truth. But Trump can sit up there and make racist statements like, if we don't be careful, we'll find ourselves back reliving our history again, enslaved. Oh yeah, he said that on national TV. That man don't care what he says. He has no filter. He has no respect. He has no soul. He has no heart. He has no dignity. So, I don't know. What you all think? Give me your honest opinions, your insights, your point of views, because I don't believe anybody's wrong. We all have different point of views, and they could have all valid points. Even if it's in opposition of what we stated, it could still have a very valid point. So, I think because it's not a quick fix and it's not an easy fix, a lot of melanin people are running from it. But they're quick to fight people over stupid stuff. They'll curse people out in McDonald's if the dang on, what's that machine, that little ice cream machine break down, they curse them out. They'll curse them out if they fries too cold. They'll curse them out if they didn't give them back a quarter or they change. Got all of this aggression, but won't use it for the right reasons. Use it against each other for no reason. I don't know. But anyway, for those of us who get it, we just need to continue doing what we've been doing, supporting melanin-owned businesses, continue to try to bring awareness and educate others, other melanin people, continue to try to encourage other melanin people to support melanin-owned businesses, continue to, expose the obvious and bring light to the hypocrisy. I don't know. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. It's my rabbit. He keeps... Hey, boo-boo. But I thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Oh, he goes. Oh. He's back over there laying down. That quick? God bless, one love. You guys have a great weekend. Peace.